Well, hello, everyone. Welcome. It's Petit Day, the final day of the season. We're ready to get underway. Let's just make sure that everything's up and running okay with the old stream. This is the podcasting one that software that I'm using right now, but it's a little bit different than the one normally used for the Watchalong. So should probably just make sure everything's going good. Oh yeah, there we go. You can hear me in my almost lost voice. Not lost voice though, just a little bit raspy. What do we got going on? We got Muhammad. Yes, Malaysian friend. Rarely here nowadays. Well, yeah, I mean it's usually like the middle of the it is 11 p.m. for you right now, so right if I'm remembering right. So usually that can make it a little bit challenging. The faff jinx continues. That's not how we're going to start today off, Luke. We're not starting today off like that, buddy. Fav has they've gotten all of their problems out of the way. They got to the bottom of that torque sensor, and yeah, they're going to be just fine. So Black Hat Morning. Oh wow, I'm actually seeing your little profile icon now. It is literally just a black hat. I suppose that makes a lot of sense. And then Jeffrey. Oh, nice little MX5 you got there. First, you're really watching Petit, and I'm loving it. That's great. That's great. Now, what have you thought so far? And how many races, Jeffrey, have you watched so far this season? Have you been keeping up with it closely? We're gonna go over in the next 50 or so minutes until we go racing, and then we'll do a watch along for the first couple hours. But I wanted to take some time here to go over some of the big storylines heading into the race, or some updates on some of those storylines, because I think there's no shortage of them. There's rarely a shortage, for a race like this. But I think we're in for a real treat here today. The GR010 Evo looks so good and looks like a proper Toyota now. Current one looks like a generic LMP. Yeah, I would agree. It looks it looks very good. It's kind of cool to see. It's kind of cool to see like the direction that some of these newer hypercar manufacturers are taking. It seems to pull. I don't want to say even inspiration, but there are elements of it that remind me, anyways, of kind of like the Ferrari or the the Aston Martin as well. So yeah, there's yeah, I think it's just interesting, like very low profile nose, which is of course a stark contrast to what the current Toyota looks like. With kind of looks boxy right now, right? But yeah, we'll see what that thing continues to evolve and look like as it goes along, or as more spy shots, and they do a proper unveiling. David from Scotland. Hello, David. Still going for a BMW win? Look, we're going to talk about this a little bit. We're going to talk about this a little bit. It's one of the things that I want to talk about. We don't want to read into the qualifying times completely. Let's let's not forget that. My goodness, that the race is not won in qualifying. So I'm still leaning. I still think pure story aspect of it, I'm gonna lean BMW, because I think they have a really good shot at this. They have a really good team. They've been coming on a lot stronger recently, so we'll talk about that here as we go on. Who'd I skip? We got Drag Racing Mayhem. First time watching Petit as well. Followed endurance and sports car racing all year long, and I'm loving it. Well, welcome. I assume your specialty is more in the drag racing space, so welcome to Petit Le Mans. Pardon me, to Petit Le Mans and sports car racing. We're in for a treat here today. Buckle up, because it is going to be a good one. You're going to be working today, but should be able to catch the last 3 to 4 hours of the race. I figure I can just power through this this raspy voice, right? Yeah, I'll actually be back live with GT Rain, Chris, who you may know of from the the Rain Race podcast. My heavens. The Rain Race podcast. So he'll be joining for the final couple hours of the race. I'm going to do first couple hours of the race and then the final couple hours of the race as well. Definitely many are copying Ferrari because of their Le Mans success. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, what is it? Something is the most sincere version of something, Imitation is the most, something like that. It's a compliment. It's a compliment. Gonna need everyone to help catch you up. Yeah, we'll get you when we get to like the 8-hour mark of the race or so. Acura and Porsche going down to the wire is emulating that 2008 ALMS season. It's especially in the Manufacturers Championship. We'll touch on the Manufacturers Championship, but it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. We got Eagle Racer in here as well. First Petit was 2000. Huge win for Corvette. That was what? The second ever Petit Le Mans. First one was in 98. First one where it was part of ALMS was it 99? Something like that. I'm pretty sure 98 was the first one. I know you guys are gonna be on that too. One of the things that got me super excited about the series. Oh, it's also Bathurst 1000 weekend. Thanks, Black Hat. Have to check that out or see if I even can check it out. I think Supercars are usually pretty good about streaming those things. One of the things that got me super excited about the series is GTD Pro and AO Racing. I think last year has that. Last year they had a steering issue. You're right, and they're still able to hold on by like just a couple points for that championship over Heart of Racing. That was it was good. It was good. Yeah, it was that was pretty wild. The how they were able to overcome that. I can't remember if they swapped out the steering wheel. I was going through like footage from last year's race for this year, and I came across that clip again, and I was like, oh, nice. Forgot about this. Jeffrey, you live 15 minutes away from Road Atlanta. Well, it's not a 15-minute drive today. I wouldn't imagine it'd probably take you. What would normally be a 15-minute drive is probably like 2 hours now. Imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. Thank you, Black Hat. Yeah, disappointed in Porsche pulling out of WEC. Yeah, it is unfortunate. I don't think all hope is. It seems like all hope is not lost that about Porsche being on the WEC grid in one form or another next year. I mean, Pierce, I don't know anything on it, but like from my comfy chair here, I look at it and I see Proton not on the IMSA entry list, Proton not wanting to comment on it at all. Like, and Proton already running one entry in the World Endurance Championship. I mean, the maths, right? So I don't know. If I had to lean, I wouldn't be shocked. I don't think anybody would be particularly shocked if we saw Proton with a 2-car with a 2-car effort to try and keep that manufacturer in the hypercar class over there. And that'd be really big for Porsche too and Penske, like because they are they're very likely to win the auto invite from IMSA for the Team GTP championship. So you got to think that, like, hey, if we're gonna like we're gonna have a spot at Le Mans, maybe we kick some support Proton's way, and that saves on the budget that they need to do, but still keeps them on the grid. Dustin, long time no talk. Dustin and I used to sim race against each other back in the day on the Formula One franchise. Hope you're doing well, Dustin. And thank you. It's going to be a great race. We're in for a good one here. It's a wild track. I was fortunate enough to go to this race last year. It's pretty wild. Yeah, the economics don't make sense for them. Yeah, they're having a lot of issues right now with that. Good old finances and racing, right? If only money were endless. Imitation is the most sincere form of flattery that mediocrity can give. Biggest surprise for next year. Yeah, I think I saw comments about before I actually went live about Manti. I believe it's pronounced Manti. I'm rolling with that for now. Wouldn't be the first thing I've mispronounced for the Scottish. Was it David that said he's from Scotland? Because I be with some Scottish heritage myself. You would think that I would know that Ryan DL's the proper way to pronounce his name, but I did not. So, Manti, yeah. Never thought that we'd see them coming over, but that's going to be a great addition to GTD and GTD Pro. If Proton are running two 963s, won't be disappointed. Doesn't matter what team is running the 963 as long as they're there. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, hopefully Proton does the two-car thing. What are the chances Porsches wreck themselves before the end of the race? I would say unlikely, Bruno. Unlikely. Now, if we were talking Chip Ganassi racing cars from a few years ago, where they wrecked themselves out running like they were lightning. This was back in 2022, I think. I think it was the last DPI running. I think it was in 2022. And they took each other out. And I think that was the year they gave Meyershank the win in that. Well, not that they gave them the win. Meyershank was insane that year. But who was in that? That was that Elio? I think Elio was in that car. Usually is for the endurance races. Anyways, getting off track. Okay, one more from Tyler, and then we're going to jump into some of the talking points I wanted to go over. Do you think that we'll get that long-awaited second JDC Miller? Maybe not next year, but ever. Tyler, I think it all comes back to what we just talked about a minute ago with Porsche and the factory effort in WEC. It all comes back to money, right? If it doesn't seem like there's a huge appetite for gentleman drivers to opt to get in and race in a GTP, or maybe that market hasn't matured yet. I think you hear some of the feedback from a driver like Ben Keating, who's driven like just about every freaking race car you can imagine. And you think about like his comments when he got out of the GTP car at the Rolex from not this year, but last year, because he raced with JDC in that race. And he was saying like, it's scary. it's not the same as like an LMP2. So there's a pretty big jump there. And if the platform doesn't appeal to the gentleman driver, then it's difficult to make a private program work. Because you need to have funding that comes from somewhere, right? And you look at Yeah, sure. There's a lot of gentleman drivers that could fork out the money. We're talking like if you're a gentleman driver racing at this level, you probably have some money to spend. Um, but at the same time, you go into GTP and it's like, yeah, sure, you can race the GTP, but would you rather race the GTP or go into LMP2, be racing against a bunch of it's a bronze driver mandated class and do that. I think it's David brings up a really good point. Like Asian Le Mans and having hypercars and GTP cars eligible for that could be a real changing point in helping to maybe foster some of that gentleman LMDH hypercar market, and maybe you could see it trickle down to like a JDC type in IMSA, but I don't know. I'm personally not expecting JDC to fire out an additional car, maybe a one-off, but we don't even really know what the state of that second car is in. I assume I don't know if they usually bring it to the track or if they treat it as like a testing car. Disappointed that Roger Penske won't be running anything at Le Mans next year. Probably. I wouldn't say probably, because they are very likely to win the GTP championship here in IMSA, which comes with that Le Mans invite. So as long as if the Proton program comes together, and the 963 is eligible, then I think we'd see Roger there. What are the chances the 24 BMW gets the lead before points are given out? What are the chances the 24 BMW gets the lead before points are given out? I am not sure what this question means. I think the 24. I'm picking the 24 to win, but so they would be in the lead, I suppose, before points are given out, since points are given out after the race, unless you're talking about the Michelin Endurance Cup. Unless you're talking about the Endurance Cup. Samuel, if you recall, JDC's drivers bring a budget regardless if they're gold rated or higher. Yeah, I do believe that. I think they have a factory driver from Porsche. Like, they do get support, I believe, in that sense. But but yeah. They're running the second car right now, made the chassis swap. Oh, okay. Interesting. So that means the other one is in good shape. Okay, let's look at some of the big storylines. First off, my goodness, maybe my voice, I can just talk through it, right? It'll just get better. It doesn't help. I was at a wedding last night and I was singing my heart out. Also recovering from a cold, so Stu's loving life right now. Anyways, huge storyline, of course. Is this the last race for the SC63 ever? Could we see it return? Both are possibilities, right? Lamborghini has openly stated that if there is a team that's interested in running the car, kind of on like a customer program basis, then they do it. They would let them. They'd allow them to do it, and all would be fine and dandy. Now, does that seem likely to happen? If you were a team that was looking to join the LMDH ranks, the hypercar ranks, would you pick the car that has not really shown much to us over the last 2 years and has only competed in 9 races? Well, in IMSA, I guess, plus 8 in the WEC. So let's compete in 17 races. Or would you rather run, get your hands on a Porsche or a BMW, who have said that they would be open to doing some customer entries. So SC63, this is unfortunate that this is looking like their last race, but there's no reason why they can't go out with a bang. I have the qualifying results up here. They qualified middle of the pack. Seventh in GTP. But you want to, again, something that I'm going to continuously come back to is is night practice, and this does not support Lamborghini having a strong run here based on night practice. But I think it's I think it's worth remembering that like this car was really strong at Indy. Like that, this is a car that had top 5 pace, could have contended for a podium there. Maybe not the win. Maybe that's a little bit too far, but they could have contended for a podium. If it hadn't been the way that the final couple of full course yellows fell in that race, we could be talking about something. Could be talking about a completely different result for Lamborghini, and carrying some serious momentum in here. So all this goes to say, I believe in the SC63. I believe that they can have a good weekend. I don't think that they're going to be winning the race, but could they? Their best finish ever in IMSA is still 7th. There's no reason why they couldn't do better than that, or improve on that, get a top 5 type thing, and ride that SC63 off into the sunset. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Exactly, David. Thank you, Aaron. I feel great. Like I feel completely back to normal, but don't sound like it. I predict this is the last time we see Lamborghini SC63. It very well might be. I hope that's not the case, but it very well might be. It's not just, of course, the SC63 that has some uncertainty, though. Heading into this weekend, we don't know what's going on with RLL now. We, of course, know that they're not going to be back operating that M hybrid V8 in IMSA. That's going to be WRT. We finally, the worst kept secret has been finally confirmed. And yeah, I what is next for RL? They could go in so many different directions. They've talked about looking into an LMP2 program based on how things have unfolded this week, especially with the state of the sport and then unveiling the entry list, everything like that. I would probably lean towards it being more likely that we see them in like a GTD Pro capacity in one form or another. Maybe with BMW still. We know that they've had a very long relationship with BMW. They're still they are still maintaining a relationship with BMW. I believe it's on the historic side of things. RLL is going to will continue to to help BMW with like those historic racing activations and things like that. I believe, if I recall correctly, that was remaining unchanged. So there's still a very strong relationship there. Paul Miller Racing, we know, is going down potentially, I guess, to one GTD Pro car because there are more entries to be confirmed. There were only 8 that were confirmed in GTD Pro full season, and I think that there's going to be probably at least 2 more. I would expect that are going to be confirmed there. So I think we just have to kind of wait and see. I don't know. I don't know what the future of RLL is, but I'm cautiously optimistic that we might still see them on the grid next year. So hopefully that's the case. Oh, what else? Let's see. Comments. What's view on the Valkyrie's progress this year? They've been killing it. quietly going about their business. Can't ask for much more than that. Um, yeah, I've said this. I said this a number of times. I think with GT Rain, when Rain Race podcast, I think we'll be recording something next week for that over on the GT Rain YouTube channel. Go check it out. Go check it out. It's always a good time. And I said it last year, I think. Year one of a new car program like the Valkyrie, year one is a learning year. Can't take the results for anything. Should have zero expectations for the car. All that you want to see them do is go out, complete races, run a bunch of laps, and learn. And that's exactly what the Valkyrie has done this year in IMSA. Have we even had a complete failure, a complete mechanical failure on the Valkyrie yet, where it has failed to finish a race? That's a genuine question I don't know the answer to. But I cannot recall a race where we had a catastrophic failure with the Valkyrie and it failed to finish. So I that's exactly what I want to see in year one. Lots of laps completed. Year two is when I want to start to see the performance improve a bit. I want to see them fighting for top fives on a more pretty consistent basis next year. I expect them to not just go out and qualify last every week. I might even expect them to go out and surprise some people and get their first win. Second half of year two of that program, you're returning to all these tracks again for a second time. You should be performing better. So that's kind of my expectations for year two. Next year, I would expect that we could see a Valkyrie win. I would expect that we're going to see that Valkyrie up and be very competitive. It's already shown glimpses of being competitive this season. So that and then of course year three. I think year three is, by this point, you've had 2 years under your belt, you should be competing with everybody for basically a championship. So year one, kind of a learning year. Year two, see that performance increase, get better. Then year three, you should be fully up to speed by that point. Especially now, all of these GTP teams have had multiple years under their belt, so it's a little bit harder to catch up. We saw Lamborghini never caught up for multiple reasons, but William, afternoon. The only person that I've seen doing IMS stuff on YouTube. Thank you for that. What needs to happen for the 24 to win the championship? My heavens, the 24 needs to get a lottery ticket. That's what the question was about points, I think, maybe earlier. William, also, there's a couple of us that are doing some stuff on YouTube. Like I alluded to, my podcast co-host, GT Rain, Chris, GT Rain on YouTube. He has some great videos. He doesn't do like regular previews and stuff like that. But he has some fantastic videos on different historic times from the sport. Just I would go check out GT Rain, and then Formula Joan also does a lot too. IMSA, he does IMSA WEC, GT World Challenge. I don't know how he has the time to do it all, because yeah, I have a big enough challenge, like putting out a handful of videos a month. Okay, let's skip down. Good morning, everyone. We're doing a little pre-race show here because there's a lot of people that are starting to tune. Oh yeah, Group Slick. That's a good one as well. Group Slick does a lot of, let's like recap stuff, right? Kind of tells the story of a car throughout the race. Oh, there's a good question. As a Road America regular, what is your excitement level for the 6-hour race there? 60 out of 10. 60 out of 10. There's a very real argument that race is best race weekend of the year. No doubt about that. And making it a 6-hour race is absolutely what the fans up there deserve. And if you have an opportunity to go there and check it out, then absolutely do. Trouble has arrived. Trouble has arrived. Hope everybody's doing well at Road Atlanta. Weather looks nice. Not too warm, not too cold. Hope everybody has a good one at the track today. I'm gonna have a good one with my butt planted here in this chair. IMSA themselves, the elusive IMSA. We have Allegro from Kazakhstan. We have people from all over the world in here. We have, oh man, I gotta go. Mohammed, where's Mohammed from again? Malaysia. So we have Malaysia, we have Kazakhstan, we have Road Atlanta, IMSA from Road Atlanta. You and Jonah make it easy to tune in with WEC and IMSA. That's the point. That's the whole point, right? Try and make it easy for the fans to follow along. I just want a longer race at Road America than just 6 hours. Yes, well, just 6 hours. I mean, 6 hours is a good start. Happy Thanksgiving! It is Canadian Thanksgiving this weekend. Prediction on Meyershank Racing. Meyershank Racing looked very strong. Maybe we should carry on with some of the other points that I had to talk about. GTD Pro Championship. Ooh, this one's going to be hard to read for you guys, but okay. I just wanted to touch on what here, let's make this a little smaller. And then even though it's, actually that works kind of, it's a little messy, but it works. So an update on the big battles. There's in LMP2, it's an 87-point gap now between the 99 and the 22. I believe it was 85 coming into the race weekend. So it doesn't really change much on the LMP2 front. AO Racing has the upper hand there, but they do have to be careful. There can definitely be an 87-point swing in a weekend or a 90-point swing, especially if AO Racing finds a little bit of trouble. And it's also a very, very, very competitive LMP2 field. So let's not forget about that. Meanwhile, in GTD Pro, pretty crazy here. 13 points separating the 3 and the 81. You're going to hear about this all race long. A 13-point swing. That is, once you get outside the top 4, top 5, then Corvette would have a little bit of a buffer. If Dragon Speed is running outside of the top 4, I do not expect Dragon Speed to run outside the top 4. Dragon Speed should have been on pole for GTD Pro yesterday. They set the fastest time, but they had that lap taken away because of a red flag that they brought out in practice, I believe. So Dragon Speed's very quick. Again, qualifying times don't say everything. The Ferraris are very quick around here. I right now, if I'm giving somebody the edge, oh man, it's so hard to say that. I want to give Dragon Speed the edge because I think they have more pace this weekend than the 3 Corvette does. But something that the Corvette has that the Ferrari doesn't is a teammate. The 3 has the 4, and that could be deciding in this championship as well. How Corvette uses that team car in this race, they're not fighting for the Endurance Cup. They don't have to think about that. It is a pure 1 versus 1 battle here, kind of, because I guess I would again, Corvette having 2 cars is going to help them over the course of this race. It's going to be very GTD Pro. Please, if John Hindhaugh, if you're watching this right now, please, please, please make sure to concentrate as much as we can on that GTD Pro, fight. There's another very good fight going on. I don't think they have it on pit notes here. But that is the Bob Akin Award, the Bob Akin Bronze Cup. I don't even know if it's actually called that. It is definitely the Bob Akin Award, though. And that is a dead tie between the 13 AWA Corvette and the 70 Inception Racing Ferrari. They won last time out. That Ferrari won last time out at Indy. It is a tie for that award. Why do we care about this award? You know, it's the bronze drivers. There's only a couple of them. It's a 2-horse race. Why do we care? Why do they care? Well, because the winner of that goes to Le Mans. We have the last 2 winners of it. Inception Racing won a couple of years ago. AWA won that last year and got to bring that beautiful red and white Canada Corvette over to Le Mans. And it means everything for them, right? Like, that's one of the main reasons why those guys show up year after year to race, is they want to win that award. They want to go to Le Mans, and they want to win Le Mans ultimately, or have a good run at Le Mans. So that is going to be another battle to watch all day today. Again, so there are bronze drivers in those cars. Ore looks like he qualified the 13, and Brandon Arib, I guess maybe the bronze. Yeah, if it's a bronze cup car, I think the bronze driver actually has to qualify the car. Because Brandon Arib, no, but yeah, Joey Hand qualified the 66, so that's incorrect. Joey Hand is not a bronze driver. Okay, so you do have Ore and Brandon Arib. They both qualified their respective cars. They're going to be starting the race in those cars. I am not looking at the comments, so let's see what's going on here. Don't forget your fans in Brazil. Oh man, I should have a map behind me. I have a map of Canadian Tire Motorsport Park right there, but I need a world map now. Just pin, where everybody's from on it. Do you think the Faf Lamborghini could be up near the top? I absolutely do, Cameron. I said Ferrari's been really good around here. Well, let me tell you about Lamborghini. And I'm not talking about the SC63. I'm talking about the Huracan GT3 Evo 2. It's not its final race in IMSA, but its days are numbered. So last year, we had a Lamborghini win in GTD Pro. It was the number 19 Iron Lynx Lamborghini won last year. Year before that, who won GTD? 78 Lamborghini. So that car has won at least one class in both of the years that it's competed at Road Atlanta. I think they can make that 3 in a row. I think FAF is going to be competitive today. I think the 45 in GTD is going to be extremely competitive. I think this is something I'll talk about in like a year-end wrap-up video, but man, it's kind of like a what could have been for the 45 this year. That Wayne Taylor Racing Lamborghini, they've had a lot of bad luck go their way. They could easily pull off a huge win like this. The 78 Forte Racing, I said that they won it a couple of years ago. We don't know if they're going to be on the grid next year. They were not on the entry list when it was released, which was very surprising to me. Maybe they could go out and win in their final race, potential final race. I think the Ferraris and I think the Lamborghinis are going to be very, very strong in the GTD ranks. I just covered Bolton Gaming's question too. Specifically, watch the 64 and the 65. The Fords could be strong here too. I want 100% focus on Tower Motorsports. I had higher hopes for Tower this year. I'm not going to lie. Of course, they did have, unfortunately, everything that went down at the Rolex, ultimately crossing the line first and then having that taken away. So that really sucks for them. Sucks for everybody. Sucks for the fans, the sanctioning body, everybody like that. But unfortunate. They've shown glimpses of looking strong, but yeah, just haven't been able to put it all together yet. Could they do that today? Don't see why not. Did Tower win this race a couple years ago? It's been a couple years, I think, since Towers won a race, so maybe they're due. Hindy reading tweets coming over the IMSA radio. Yes. Yes. Yeah, true. I probably need to reach out to him on Twitter to see it. Bronze Driver only has to qualify the LMP2. Yeah, they used to have to qualify the car, but now if they qualify the car, so there is incentive for the bronze driver to qualify. If the bronze driver qualifies the car and starts the race, then I'm pretty sure they get to put a fresh set of tires on it, on the car for the start. I believe is what the rule is now. So there is some incentive. Edmund loves the channel. Keeps me up to date. Was going to come to Daytona for the 24, but looks unlikely now, but not off the table. Keep up the good work from the UK. We have another overseas viewer tuning in. Welcome, Edmund. Glad you're enjoying the channel. Hope you're enjoying this lovely IMSA season. I hope you're going to enjoy a good race today. Traffic jam at the entry gates is insane. Not surprising. Not surprising. Got to the track very early last year. I think FAF could be fighting for the championship if they can sort out some teething issues next year. I, as much of a FAF super fan as I am, it's going to be an uphill battle to compete for a championship next year. It sounds like they're going to race at the Rolex with the Huracan still, and then probably for Sebring have the Tamarario and be the first team on the IMSA grid with the Tamarario. So, yeah. Is it? Yeah. I would temper expectations. It will be a new car. There's probably going to be quite a few teething issues, as you alluded to. Could they maybe win a race? They could. But it's always challenging with a new car, and we know that we always see new cars in IMSA have a bit of a slow startup. They go pretty conservative with the BOP on them because we don't want to see a new car jump into the mix and just steamroll everybody. WTR or Forte have a good chance to keep it running. Exactly. How much do I think lap 1 will affect the outcome of the race, Patrick? Well, it's not going to be an iRacing lobby, so I think it will obviously have an impact on the race. But I think we're going to see a clean start. Well, you can certainly lose a race on lap 1 if you try hard enough, or if you don't try, if you're some of the drivers on the grid. Classic Bourdais luck for Tower. Yeah, it's been a little bit unfortunate for them. PMR look quick with Dan Harper. Where did they qualify? Oh, where they qualified? Pole. Of course they did. They do look quick. You're not wrong, Ryan. Have I ordered the Skeleton Rexy? I had it in the carts. I was going to press checkout, and then it showed me the shipping cost. And the shipping cost was more than Rexy. And I was not about to pay like 75 USD to get it, like, to have this shipped up. So they're ordering more. I'm assuming they're going to have some at the Rolex. And I'll just get one then. Anyone know if there'll be onboard live streams on YouTube? I don't think so. I think that will only be on the IMSA website. Do you foresee the Valkyrie doing well today? Seems they've been making good progress. I don't know about specifically today. I don't know. It's their first Petit. They've done a really good job in year 1. I don't know. I don't think I would be shocked at all. in any race at this point, I don't think I'd be shocked to see the Valkyrie get a top 5. I don't think they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna go out and win the race. Could they get a top 5? Absolutely. Stay on the lead lap, play things smart. They're really good at doing that. They're really good at just not taking themselves out of the race. So yeah, there we go. Valkyrie potential top 5, but I don't know if they've been incredible. They haven't. They've shown solid pace this weekend. Yeah, absolutely. Valkyrie's solid this weekend. I could see a top 5. Howdy from one of the Wayne Taylor Racing staff members. I assume that's that would be WTR. WTW. What's WTW? Mr. Cloning Operations. Mahadness. Discovered your channel recently. Been great following the season along with you. Love from Ireland. Thank you very much. Welcome. We're in for a great race today. Shipping costs are now crazy. Yes, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah, trying to get AO stuff in Canada is brutal. It's not nice. Not nice. So yeah, try and wait for the Rolex. Toronto Motorsports doesn't get TSM. I think they do. I think I could, if I wanted the die cast of Rexy, then could pre-order it with them. I think. So excited for the race to start soon. Yeah, we're looking about like 15 minutes until green flag. I think it's like 7 minutes after the hour. IMSA is live streaming. They will be live on YouTube. And then I'll just be doing a watch along. Of course, I can't just stream the race. That would be copyright. and they would probably not be too happy about that. What happened to my, if I take this off, does my name come back up? No. Cool. If the Valkyrie is in the game at night, I think we'll have a very good race. They were good in night practice. Thank you. That's a good transition point, actually, for now, because I wanted to talk about night practice and the importance of night practice. It doesn't matter what your pace is at the start of this race. It doesn't matter what your pace is 5 hours into this race. Well, as long as you're not like falling a lap down or something. If you can stay on the lead lap in your class and you have good pace at night, you will be in the hunt for a podium without a doubt. Who was it that alluded? Who was it that said the Valkyrie was good in night practice? I can't remember who it was. Ryan. Yes, Ryan said it. Fastest in night practice. Very close to the Acura. Acura should be very strong, but Porsche's also right there. Cadillac's also right there. BMW is 2/10 back. If this is what we're looking at for night practice, and these were true, if these were true times and a true representation of pace, anybody in GTP could win this race. Absolutely anybody. So I said just a minute ago, like a Valkyrie top 5. If this pace that Aston Martin and that Valkyrie showed in night practice was legit, man, might be underselling it with a top 5 there. But night practice is a good indicator of who you could see emerge at the end of a race. There's a lot of challenges that come with night practice or night running, pardon me, turning the tires on, getting them up to temp. There are some drivers that are better at doing that than others. There are some cars that are better at doing that than others. So it's going to be, there's a lot to focus on once the nighttime rolls around. And again, I'll be going live at about 8 p.m. with GT Rain, and we'll be talking about that and what we've seen up until that point in the race. Hello, Mr. Off in the S's. How do you think the Spanish standoff for GT Pro will unravel? I think it's about as close of a dead heat as you can get, right? Different ways that you could look at advantages for these cars. I think Ferrari has a slight advantage on pace because Ferrari has proven to be very, very strong around this track. Assuming no issues for anybody, then I'm going to give the slight edge to Ferrari. But man, oh man, it's hard to go against Corvette. Corvette has 2 horses in this race. I know that the 4 is not in championship contention, but you better believe that number 4 is going to try and help out their fellow team car to try and pull off that win. Was there anything else? I think I've talked about pretty well everything. So let's just do some comments until talk about some comments until the race gets underway then. Where are we? These shipping costs remind me of when I thought of buying Toyota GRWEC merch. The shipping cost was almost 30 pounds. Yep. Not nice. Not nice. Can you stream the race if we all shut up about it? Well, JD, I know you guys wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't. I would love to do that. I'd love to do that. But some might not appreciate it so much. And yeah. So it's gonna have to be a multi-screen thing, you know? It's gonna have to be a multi-screen thing. IMSA will stream it, yes. You can if you are outside of the United States, or you have a magical piece of software that rhymes with Shmi PN, then you can watch it on YouTube and not have ads. Well, I suppose there's YouTube ads, but if you have YouTube Premium, then that's not a problem. But yes, it is streamed on YouTube for anybody outside of the United States. And if you're inside the United States, then you need Peacock or a magical piece of software that floats you to another area of the world. Who do you think is going to win Petit Le Mans, asks Tucker. I am sticking with the 24 BMW. Again, it's all about Petit magic, right? It's all about Petit magic. I'm thinking they can. We saw Mazda win in their DPI send-off. They fell a couple of laps down early in that race. This is back in 2021, I think it was. Funny enough, that race was the first race that I covered anything on this channel. Petit Le Mans 2021. So 24 BMW, I like. I also like the 74 Riley. I just picked them. Yeah, I know. I'm probably the single reason why they haven't won a race this year, because I pick them all the time because they're due and they're too good of a freaking lineup to not have won a race yet. They have not won a race in LMP2 yet. And this is the end of their second season. It's the final race for that car. So I really hope it gets sent off in a big way, because that team deserves it. Those drivers deserve it. It's a good group of drivers over there, and yeah, I'm rooting for the 74 in LMP2. JD, threats are not going to get me to say it, because it's not going to be the 64 or 65 that win today. You know who's winning today in GTD Pro? Where is it? Right here. Faf is winning today in GTD Pro. And then who's my GTD pick? GTD pick was the 21 Ferrari. That's the AF Corsa Ferrari. They were low-key very strong at Indy, and I think that they can carry that through this weekend as well. Like I said, Ferrari's been strong here. Where did they qualify, though? They qualified 4th. So that's pretty solid. Does the heart of racing Aston Martin Valkyrie have a chance to win today? Yes. Statistically speaking, all of them have a chance to win today, but not being a sassy feller, they do have a chance. They like I was saying a minute ago, if their night practice pace is legit, then maybe they are somebody to keep a very close eye on when the sun goes down. NBC qualifying highlights was pathetic. Wish IMSA TV was free in the US. or available in the US, I suppose. Yep. Nothing else to say on that. What size die cast are you looking at getting? I'm not looking at getting a Rexy one. There is. I do believe that I was gifted a FAF one that is in pre-order right now. So I think it's like whatever the, what is it? There's 143rd. It's like 118. Is that the regular size one, or is that, I don't even know. I do have I forgot that I ordered Connor Zilich's first NASCAR win die cast. This was like whenever he won, like, was it Watkins Glen last year? I think he won. And I was like, I need to order this. I want the Connor Zilich first win. And it's somewhere behind me. You can't see it. Oh, maybe if I go full screen, you can see it. Where is it? You can see it. It's behind this thing. Maybe I'll get it. If I'm going to have to get up at some point. I can't sit here for forever. If I were to start a channel that combines both F1 and WEC, would it work? I want to unite both fandoms as both have superiority complex towards each other. I can't. I think you could totally make it work. The F1 space on YouTube is extremely competitive, right? So it can be difficult to get into. I am pulling up the broadcast. Oh, they haven't gone live yet. Cool. It hasn't started yet. Where was I going? Yeah, it could totally work. But I honestly am not sold on that there's a ton of crossover between F1 fans and sports car racing fans. F1 fans tend to be a lot more casual than sports car. Let's just talk about, you and me right now. All of you who are watching this right now, you guys are tuning into a super niche channel on a super niche form of racing, and we're ready to sit down in our couches, and for those of us who are lucky, watch this super niche racing for the next 10 hours. 10 hours on a Saturday. There's not very many people that do that, right? So it's difficult to bridge those gaps. Can be difficult to bridge those gaps, but it's totally doable. Totally doable. Yeah, as JD says, if you're entertaining, watch it. I mean, Strato makes a good point too. Then, though, F1 fan, it's harder to get that crossover. Lots of racing series have seen the uptick from Drive to Survive, and mostly it's just because people kind of graduate on from F1 and look to other forms of racing. So, yeah, it would be a challenge, but it's totally doable. Where can I watch the race? It's not on Peacock. If you're outside of the United States, you can watch on YouTube on the IMSA channel. That race is not live yet, although they're should be going shortly. FAF are either crossing the line first or that V10 is blowing up. Okay, the stream just started. Let me know. You shouldn't be able to hear it through the stream, but please let me know if you do, and I will fix it. Because I don't. Yeah. James, love channel, knowledgeable, and presented in a great way. Can't wait for next season. Thank you, James. Hope you enjoy the race today. Woo, we're live. Where am I? Just want to say, European F1 WEC fan who happens to watch IMSA from time to time, your channel has helped me out. There you go. You got it. Who's talking about Muhammad? There's your there's your target audience. That's what I was looking for. Okay, perfect. As long as you guys can't hear the broadcast through through this stream, then I'm good. I just want to make sure that I'm not going to get, taken down or anything midstream here. Who's my early pick to win the Rolex? Goodness gracious. We don't even know the drivers. 60 Meyershank Racing. 60. That car looks very good, especially at Detroit. Tom Blomqvist is maybe the best driver at Detroit. Why did I say Detroit? Might be the best Daytona driver in GTP right now. The Shmee PN. Will Genesis be an IMSA or not? That is a legitimate question. I think I believe, oh my God, the grid, the fan walk is insane. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need the results in. How do I? I'm learning things here today, guys. Let's stop the screen share. Let's bring in. Yeah. It's called WeatherTech Championship. Allow. Boomsies. Look at that. Why? What is going on? Oh, no, Oh, that's okay. That works. Did I just update layout? Cool. There we go. Okay, where was I? I'm sorry, guys. I'm all over the place here today or this morning, whatever. The concept of my hypothetical channel is to introduce F1 fans to WEC. It's a good... I like that as the goal. It's just hard. Like, you don't want to handcuff yourself down. Like, it's like a niche of a niche, right? It's a niche of a niche. So it's difficult. I like the thought. I like where you're going with it though, Mohammed, because like introducing new fans is that's a big deal. It's a big deal. But yeah, well, think of it, yeah, keep thinking about it. Keep thinking about it, and yeah, take a look at some other channels as well. I mean, there's only so many sports car racing channels. I think the challenge is going to be converting fans is a challenge. Do I cover WEC or just IMSA? Just IMSA. IMSA focused. There was in the beginning, it was like, oh, do I want to maybe branch out? And I'm like, no, I want to do one thing really, really well. And at the end of the day, this is a complete side project for me. So it's not a full-time job, although the hours are like a full-time job sometimes. This week was, yeah. Rolex, January is a fun month, but it is a freaking busy month. We're live. Shady. What else are you gonna do on a Saturday? Genesis doesn't sell cars in the US, right? They do sell cars in the US. They do. They sure do. Peacock telling me coverage will begin shortly. They are on an outlap right now. Oh, safety car lights are out. Okay. Anything else? Genesis sells cars in the US. What are the chances GTP goes to CTMP? Not strong. As long as we keep going to Detroit. Last formation lap, yes. What is that? Pace car, 5 Series or 2 Series? Good question. Good question. And thank you, Mr. Strato, for the... That's €1. I appreciate it. This goes into the coffee budget, right? I don't know if you guys get if you guys have Monopoly wherever you all are, but it's Monopoly season here in Canada. Oh, this isn't the that's not the SUV BMW. Hmm. Okie dokie. Let's go. Yeah, so we're gonna watch. I'm gonna do a watch along for the first couple of stints here. Everything looks clean. It's a Great British Pound. Oh, it's not a euro. My apologies. Why is there a bunch of smoke? How did all that smoke get there? To Brazelton. Full course yellow. Vapes. I don't Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Inception's in that. Inception is done. Is AWA in that too? Oh my gosh. If that's huge. Like that's plus the Magnus car too. It's all the bronze drive. Like literally all of the bronze cars are involved in this. The 44 is a bronze car. 13 is a bronze car. The 70 car is a bronze car. 66 is a bronze car. Well, the 34 is done. Wow. Is it a championship contender? So one of the cars that was the 45 too? Who was talking about lap one? Oh, Inception's done. That's heartbreak. Did the 13 continue? Did the 13 continue? Yeah, let's watch this replay here. They're just showing it. Oh no. Oh. Oh my gosh. Just so unfortunate for Inception. Nowhere to go. Oh my god. Wow, that's unfortunate. That takes away like I thought was one of the biggest storylines of the race, and that was going to be the Bronze Cup battle. AWA will be going to Le Mans, which is like congratulations to them, but man, yes, Strata, that might be a red. I don't know how there's a lot of debris around there, but like Manny Franco was in the Conquest car too. That 70 is done. Oh, I just have vapes up on the screen. I like that. Vapes. So should we just like tack this on to the bad luck that the bad luck of oh, what's going on? Oh, there we go. Absolutely can lose it on lap one. And on that note, Windward is officially the GTD champions of 2025. You're right. Because we probably lost at least 4 cars from that. That sucks. I was really looking forward to that battle for that Bronze Cup. That's really unfortunate. It absolutely will remain the biggest heartbreak of the race. Oh, Tower lost it there a couple races ago, or a couple years ago. Yeah, Mustang slowed down big. Uh, I like there's nothing that is absolutely not like the driver's coming in there like it wasn't. That's such a bad spot to have an accident like that or like a spin like that. There's nowhere to go. You're all side by side from the race start still. That's just really, really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. I like how they didn't cut the number 70 camera feed quick enough so you just heard him go. Yep. You jinxed it. There was a few people that jinxed it. Learned a lot from the channel. About to head to Road Atlanta in 15 minutes. Well, pitter patter 2020 Matrix. Are you taking your 2020 Matrix to the track? Oh man, I had my own little off. Do I still have a napkin here? I am a mess. No, but have a good time at the track. It's Road Atlanta is a great time, great track. You're gonna have a blast. They need to upgrade the IMSA graphics. They did a big update on them last year and into this year. I think they need to build out some more graphics, and they have built out some more this year. Oh, I broke up really bad. Enjoy your time at the track. Oh, the 78 was involved in that as well. Oh no, we're going back on board. Mm. Man, that is a bad hit. Apologies for the language. Yeah, have a good time at the track, Matrix. Fourth time. Fourth time there, but never knew much. Good. Well, I'm glad that you learned some stuff and you're gonna have a good time there. It's gonna be a great race. That would have been scary as hell. Yes. It would indeed have been quite scary. Like the IMSA TV graphics, would be nice if we had more advanced timing or dancing ants. Dancing ants. Yeah, it would be nice. You're right, they did. They did do a poll on what people were looking for. I don't know who they're talking to on the broadcast. You're welcome. I don't see how the silver Mustang got involved there. Big damage. I think they got rear-ended. And that's how they got into it. I like because no one else does it small. It's an IMSA thing, so enjoy it. All right, well, that's unfortunate. It did seem like everybody was okay. Now, did the 45 just stopped? And did they get going again? I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. So yeah, 70 should be done. The 66 is likely done. The 45 is stopped and hasn't continued. The 34 is also done. The 13 made it through. They didn't have any issues, but Ore might need to box for a fire suit change after that because sheesh. SLP, that's what I want. Why? What is group? Can I hide that? Can I hide? I don't think I can hide stuff on the Alchemel timing. I think I'd have to launch timing 71 to do that. Oh boy, comments. Was the AWA vet caught out? I didn't catch if they were. They missed it. They're behind it all. But Ore came to a stop in the grass to avoid it, looking at his competition for the Le Mans entry. So it's gonna be AWA at unless if they get like something otherworldly happens. But AWA will be the Bob Aiken Award winner. It looks like, and go to Le Mans. Good on Ore to get that thing slowed down. Very difficult part of the track, downhill, kind of blind, especially if you're right behind somebody. And yeah, fortunate for them that they didn't get caught up. So they made it through. That Lambo was stopped on track, but I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah, it's still stopped according to this. The timing says it's still stopped. So I guess we'll just have to see. Surprised the 120 Porsche made it through that. I didn't even notice the 120 in that. I am from Canada, actually. I am from Canada, Mr. Strato. I'm located in Toronto. Just a stone's throw from CTMP. Let's see. Oh, man, that's a bad spot to spin. Oh, so Gradient and the Ford got pushed into it by the Aston Martin that clobbered into the back of him. How scary would this be for a Reeb? They showed it again and they didn't cut it. Come on, IMSA broadcast team. Yeah, so AWA, the way that is shaped up, again, unless if something insane happens, it looks like AWA will be at Le Mans again next year. AWA gets Thanos snapped at the end of the race. No Le Mans for you. The great state of Canada. Easy, guys. Easy. Went to the IMSA race at Mosport back in July in person after having to watch the 2024 race at home. I too was at that race. Were you? Did you get caught out by the rain? Did you get caught out by the rain? Like there was just a random cell that went through and it was a downpour at noon. Like 2.5 hours before the race started. It was insane. Just thought you were from USA because you thought the Great Britain pound is a euro. No, to be fair, Mr. Strato, I mean, we're not just not familiar with the symbols, right? Like, yeah, not familiar with the symbol. I knew from the area of the world that you were in, but I wasn't sure if that was the euro or a pound or something. Sad for the 66. Yeah, it sucks for them. They didn't do anything wrong there. They got clobbered into that. Yeah, you can hear Brandon Arieb was in that yellow Ferrari. I was also part of the BMW parade lap on Saturday before the Pilot Challenge race. Nice. Oh, you got to the track on Sunday after the rain. Lucky you. We made friends with somebody who had an easy up, and we helped make sure that it didn't fly away. Yeah, Lambo's being towed back now. They have had so many unfortunate instances there. Oh, we have a comment from X coming in. I have never actually seen a comment from X come in on this, so this is cool to see. I took shelter in the paddock during that crazy downpour. That was a smart place to be too. I know that teams were like, will usually invite you in under the awning if they have space. I get up at 5 a.m. here in New Zealand to watch this live, and this is the first 15 minutes. Man. Oh, I like that. I like that BMW has the thank you team to RLL on the inside of the car. That's a nice touch. It's a nice touch. How do you get your timings so I can pull them up on my computer? I will post the link. I will post the link. You should be able to click that link or copy and paste it, or you can just Google Al Kamel timing IMSA, and it will show up. There is also GTP telemetry. There is also this guy. And this, you can check in and see how your favorite GTP car is managing their energy. So that's pretty darn cool. And you'll also see that on the broadcasts as well. Wayne Taylor Racing's Lamborghini might have picked up the torch from Chip Ganassi Racing on having the most unlucky car. Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. So this is I believe this is the same. I was talking with somebody on the team at when I was at Indy, and the car that they ran at Indy, like that was the car that caught on fire at VIR. So miraculously, it wasn't a write-off or anything. There wasn't fire damage or anything to it. It was so good for them. Good for them, absolutely. Man, this is unfortunate. If this is Forte's last race too, like the 78s, man, that sucks. Just bad luck for teams that are have questions about their future, right? Oh, safety car lights are out. That's music to our ears. Yeah, 78 is getting a lot of tape. Back to green. Okay, we're back. We got to witness all of a few laps. we're gonna try and go as fast as we can and win the race. What insight. What insight. Interesting. Porsche just really was trying to heat up the tires there. It's not an insanely warm day in Braselton, Georgia. And we're back. You could just hear the Valkyrie, like, just a little for a fraction of a second there. Oh my. Who's driving the 40? Jordan Taylor is driving the 40 right now, and I don't know if that was necessary to try and make that move, Jordan. Andlauer isn't driving the 6 Porsche due to a medical emergency. That is not good. Hope everything is okay there. Yeah, that silver caddy into turn 1 was scary. And we're back full course yellow. Whoa! Oh! What did the caddy just hit? Looked like a mirror. Guys. Oh, this is a full yellow. Did they call the first one a short yellow? Oh. Okay, guys, let's see. It's C in 15. Who dropped that mirror? Well, it looked like a green mirror, so that would imply a GTD. The red caddy didn't just run it over, they annihilated that mirror, but it looks fine. $2023 again has entered the chat. Oh yeah, let's see the slow-mo of the Cadillac destroying this mirror. It looks like a Ferrari mirror. Is Chentelar in this? Chentelar's in this race, right? It looked like the Chentelar mirror. Because it's a blue Ferrari mirror. Yeah, he could. That's unfortunate. Oh yeah, there's blue on. I told it. Okay, I said blue. It's a blue Ferrari mirror, and Lila Wadu and that 21, the car that's going to win this race. But also these Ferrari mirrors seem to be made of like paper mache. They do not stay attached to these cars. The number of there was one that fell off on the front stretch at Indy 2, and I think it brought out a full course yellow. They probably won't do anything. I don't know if they're going to replace it. But it should, well, some of the cars have the mirror built into the door, and some of them it's built onto the side of the car. I don't know what the case is on the Ferrari. I think maybe I have a photo. I might have a photo that we can like zoom in and look at. Did I get Ferrari photos from oh yeah, I should have like some Dragon Speed photos. Maybe VIR we have a good shot. How do I what do I need to change this back to? Freaking stop sharing that. Oh wait, I can just upload the image. Okay, I'm making this work, guys. I'm doing it, okay? No, actually, it's going to be better if I just share my screen because I can zoom in. Okay, let's put it on that screen. Share screen. Share screen. Is it 2? Nope. Is it 3? Yep. There we go. Okay, figured it out. Oh, trouble. Trouble has emerged again. Shout out to Off in the S's. Shout out to IMSA Official. Am I right, guys? Shout out to IMSA Official. Share screen. Okay, this doesn't help. Because we can see that it's like... Actually, no, this might actually help. Let's see, do I have enough? Maybe I have a better photo. Is there another photo? I have a of a Ferrari. Ferrari. Maybe it needs to be a good view. Okay, let's try this one. Unclear. Unclear. Do you guys think this is showing, right? Yeah, I like, does this attach there? Like, for those of you who are confused, we're trying to figure out if they can just replace the door on this thing to get them back out there. Or if they can replace the door to fix the mirror on the 21. And this... Oh, this is a... Is that a better shot? I wish I had a side photo of this. I don't know if I have a side shot of the Ferrari. Although this one might be a better view. No, it's you can't see it. It's tucked in behind the flipping thing. Oh. Maybe I might have one from earlier in the year. Where is that photo? I think I have a shot of this. Oh, I do. Okay, I have one. I have one. Oh, that's an even better one. Okay, here we go, guys. We finally get the answer. It is attached to the door. It is attached. Well, is it? It sure looks like it. I was super excited. I'm like, oh yeah, we can definitely tell now. Right, guys? We can... Okay, confirmation. It is attached to the door. So they should be able to replace the door. Which usually you can... They just kind of like... The door slides out, basically. Okay, we got to the bottom of that. In the spotter's guide, it's mounted to the door. Okay. One of the Lambos is going to be racing one-eyed for the next few hours. Is that the 78? Is the 78 back out there? The 78 is on an outlap. They are 2 laps down. Wait, Conquest is 9 laps down. They completed a lap? Boop, boop, boo. Right side headlamp taped over. That's got to be the 78, I think. Are we going green soon? Do I have time to get a snack and a drink? You absolutely do. Where are we at? GTP pit exit order is under review. Commence class split. So, yeah, you still have some time here. That was it. Yeah, we just started class splits. Did they even open the pits? Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah, you probably have like 3 laps. I've got to tune in. What big things did I miss? Well, RD, the Bob Akin Bronze Cup battle is over. Unfortunately, Brandon Arieb and the 70 Ferrari got caught up in a lap 1. No place to go. Really hard accident. They're done. So AWA is going to Le Mans. And it was a huge 5-car accident. Yeah, that's what you missed, unfortunately. It took out a bunch of the bronze cars. 66 Gradient was in it. The 70 is done. The 34 Conquest Ferrari is the one that spun. Pardon me. They spun. So that's what caused it all. So yeah, other than that, what else did you miss? Yeah, you didn't miss much, except a big accident and half an hour of yellow flag running. Have we even completed a full lap yet? I don't know if we have. It is on the door. You're absolutely right. No problem. Glad to be here to help update. Oh, look at this. You got GTP car telemetry right here. I suppose I could. No, let's just go back to the. What am I doing? I'm gonna cancel the share, and then I gotta. There's the one thing I don't like about this is there's not an easy way for me to switch back and forth. I gotta figure out how just doing all this in OBS instead of through this platform. Yeah. Lots of fans out there, that's for sure. The grid walk looked packed. The grid walk looked insane. Trust me, guys, I am a professional. A pro's pro. Oh, there's the GTP boat. That GTP boat was there last year, too. This is also a good bookend to the racing season for most of us, unless you want to drive in the rain. Oh, the heck is going on here, guys? Oh, that's why the Ferrari lost the mirror. Leela, what were you doing? Get a little forced off there? So the 31 was clearly not that concerned about it because they did not come back down pit road, or they did not come in on that last full course yellow to have that looked at. Oh, interesting. The 22 crew is what are they working on there? That's the rear clip. Oh, they had they must have hit some debris. Why are we not green? This is taking forever. So there is there's a number there's like a procedure to all of this, right? These full course yellows, we should be back green in like a lap. So I do a better job of explaining it in have a video IMSA explained, or what is IMSA? I can't remember what it's called. I think it's IMSA explained, and you can and so basically full course yellow, the flag is thrown, the field bunches up, and then there's an initial wave around period where cars who have their class leader behind them in this line, they get a free drive around to rejoin the back of their class pack. And then the pits open up, and then they separate all the classes so that the GTPs are first on the restart, then LMP2s, then GTD Pros, and then GTDs. So it all just takes time. Usually, like a full course yellow could be 15 minutes. The 22 has front damage too. Why didn't they replace the front when they were in? But yeah, it's a long process, unfortunately. But it's about fairness, so somebody doesn't get a big advantage from having a full course yellow that timing wise works out well. We're going back green here in just a minute, though. Just a minute. Come on, full course yellow, be done. Man, there's a lot of negative comments in the IMSA chat. Are we gonna, yeah, over under 2.5 laps of green flag racing? Like, come on, guys. We're gonna settle into a rhythm here. All right, we're going back green. Oh, the 7 got a heck of a jump on the 31. That was a little scary. Heart of Racing into 4th. Whoa, hello 24. Bye-bye, banana boat. All right, drivers, how about we settle down and we let the tires actually get up to temp, huh? How about we, yeah, have a chill couple of laps? That'd be cool. Car 19 penalty, incident responsibility with 47, drive-through. What happened with the 47? I'm confused. I don't even know how that penalty happened. I didn't see any replay on what happened there. Let's see here. What was I looking? Oh, yes, I know what I was looking at. Oh, the doggo might be home before the end of this this live stream. Might see me get attacked by a dog. The little beast. Conquest retired. That is not surprising. And so is the 66. 66 is also retired. First green flag lap, I believe so. Yeah, the pupper should be home shortly. Anyone have any tips for watching 24-hour races? I started Le Mans 2 years ago, watched 12 hours due to sleep, 7 hours this year due to streaming. Like staying up and watching them, if you're not at the track, it's very difficult. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's important to stay hydrated regardless. That will, and if you're, yeah, Windward confirmed as champions now. Yeah, stay hydrated. Go for walks. If you're watching it at home, take a shower. 14 hours in, 16 hours in, when you're really starting to feel like you're hitting a wall, take a shower. That'll help. You can have little power naps during full course yellows. Yeah, it is difficult. If you're at the track, then you can't really do all those things. But I know I have heard tips. Again, I haven't stayed up for a 24-hour race at a track, but it is a lot easier to stay awake because although you can really get lulled into like the sounds of the pretty music that these cars make can lull you to sleep sometimes when you're at the track. Um, but also just doing simple things like I know some of the videographers and stuff who maybe they get like an hour of sleep during these races. I've heard some tips from them. It's like brush your teeth. Brush your teeth at like 4 a.m. It kind of like it's like a body trigger reset, right? Like your body associates brushing your teeth, like getting up in the morning, kind of simulates that a little bit. And if you have access to like you're able to take a shower at the track, then which would be kind of wild. But some places you can. That can help. Well, I guess if you're camping at the track, they'd have showers. So yeah, those are some things you could do. The 78, despite all that damage, still looks pretty racy, and they are the 78 is only 2 laps down. Very good chance that they will find themselves back on the lead lap before the end of this race. I'm a little bit disappointed in Faf. Faf is not making me look like a genius right now. It's a long race, Stuart. It's a long race. Oh yeah, the GTD Pro. Oh, who's on? Oh, Tom Blomqvist and Jack Aitken. They were both in that 31 at this race last year. Man, that Cadillac does look strong, don't they? Have we heard of any updates from Andlauer? Yeah, out due to medical emergency. That's hopefully everything's okay. And nothing on like his socials or anything. It's early day though. They got to keep it up when the sun goes down. Yeah. I'm already going away from what I said earlier. I'm like, all that Petit is these first 7 hours are just survive. Just survive it. Stay on the lead lap. Stay out of trouble. And yeah, stay out of trouble. Be there at the end. And you're going to be just fine. I'll take a moment here and just talk about Faf because why not, right? Um, I will say, like, as a Faf fan, I'm happy to see some stability again. I'm happy to see some stability from last year into this, or from this year into next year, sticking with Lamborghini and all that, because it was it's difficult when you're trying to learn a new car every year and, you know, like it's a challenge. And it's already hard enough. You're going up against factory outfits from BMW and Corvette and Ford, and you're going up against a freaking dinosaur. And yeah, you need having some stability from one year to another. Know what Faf should do, Stu? Go to Ford. I would cheer for Faf no matter what they raced. I will say that. I'm a Faf fan no matter what they race. But interesting though is that let's go Ford, bald eagles, brother. Ford, I mean Multimatic that helped build that car is in Toronto. Although they don't actually build those cars in Toronto, I don't think. I think it's out of the Charlotte facility for Multimatic. Well, I guess Multimatic runs the car, but I think they also build it. But there is a huge Multimatic. Like Multimatic does a lot of work in Toronto, just down the street from, kind of down the street, in the same area as where Faf, their shop is. Ferrari 123 and GT. You are right. Ferrari is strong. Ferrari is strong. Whoa. Hello, Ford. Hello, BMW. Whoa. I need to take notes. I need to remember that little 9 hours and 13 minutes to go. 9 hours and 13 minutes to go. This is that's a fun little battle. Where am I going here on my phone? Do. Post race. 9. Good battle. Oh, so something else haven't talked much about it yet, but I think was very reflective of this battle that we just saw unfold in GTD Pro is respectful racing, because people don't want to get penalties, don't want to be penalized, because race control has been very clear that they are going to put the hammer down there. There's an incident being investigated between the 18 and the 52. That's PR1 and ERA. Which is interesting. You think they actually build them in Canada? Shells are made in the USA, go to Canada, and the engines go to the UK for modification. Oh, dang. Interesting. Okay, so they're all over the place. I know that the team is based out of North Carolina, though. Like, that's where the cars go at the end of the race. I don't think they don't actually come back to Canada. Pretty sure they have a race shop in I'm watching Peacock, but I hate the coverage and the cast. Who is Vincent Newman? Good question. I don't even know who Vincent Newman is. Is that like Ryan Newman's dad? American film producer. Anyways. Anywho. Oh, man. Will Turner's eating his lunch. They having tacos? I could go for some lunch right now. It's 1 o'clock here. Kind of hungry. Why, but been live for 2 hours. Sheesh. My man hit me with a riddle. Oh no, my brain is not in a position. My brain is not in a position for a riddle right now. I was at a wedding last night. So my brain is operating slowly. Operating slowly. To watch this broadcast for free, you must answer my riddles 3. Oh, I know. Take out the Mr. then, and you're left with an acronym that rhymes with ShmeePN. We got there. We got there. Wedding on a Friday. Yippers. Wedding on a Friday. Hey, I'm not complaining, right? When I heard that this wedding was on Petit weekend, first I was like, man, it means I can't be at Petit this year. So I was bummed about that. But then I was kind of revived again because it wasn't on Saturday. Leela Wadu picked up a penalty for blocking? Oh dear. Oh dear. That's ladies and gentlemen, the curse is just setting in. I did pick the 21 to win in GTD, so just about a guarantee that that's not going to happen. Just about a guarantee. These headphones do not feel nice. I need like a nice like massage. I need to get some better headphones because these ones suck. I'll say my favorite way to watch a race is on Eurosport. I cannot say that I've ever watched a race on Eurosport, but that makes sense because I'm not in Europe. Yarg! Ah, you're at a wedding in DC last Friday. How was that? I like Friday weddings actually because then if it's a late night on Friday, you have Saturday to recover, and then you can still do something on Sunday. Unfortunately, I feel like I'm going to be hiding from seeing who wins until I can watch the full replay. Yeah. Vibrating headphones for a little massage. That I suppose that would be interesting. That would be interesting, yeah. Okay. Looking at a nice LMP2 battle. We're going to be pretty close. No, all the LMP2's boxed. We're not that far away from seeing the LMP2s come in, though. You know what? I'll tell you who's done a really good job in this opening stint in LMP2. The 18 era car of Toby Lutka. So this guy's like the CEO of Shopify, I think. Um, they started last in LMP2. No, they didn't. I lied. Just kidding. Ignore me. Ignore me. Still doing a good job. Still doing a good job, though. Maybe they've. I thought I. Oh, they were last in night practice. That's what they were. I've never been to a wedding on Friday. I did go to 7 weddings one year. I was in 6. You got married 6 times in a year? Wild. Yeah, this was a busy year for weddings for me as well. Was like a bazillion weddings to go to, especially in the middle of the summer. There was a wedding CTMP weekend, and there was a wedding Road America weekend, which is why I wasn't in Road America. I should be at both of those races next year, though. Should be. Just looking at some of these gaps. Yeah, in the wedding party. How are these some of these gaps developing here? It looks like, yeah, the 60 and the 31 doing pretty solid right now, but we're navigating traffic at this point. So this GTD Pro fight, like the top 8 separated by 4 seconds, it's just nose to tail. Yeah, the 7 seconds between the 31 and the 7. Yeah. That doesn't mean anything right now, though. Nada. Where's the Doge? Where's the dog? Ooh, the dog is like home. The dog is gonna go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I hear her. She's gonna be coming downstairs and going crazy. Well, Road America is always a good time in person. Don't feel like you missed out on the yellow flag being at the entire. Yeah, that's a good call, Alex. I didn't miss. Okay. Hello. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Hey. She got to spend some time with my fiance's brother last night. He dog sat while we were at the wedding. So she's happy. She's happy to be home and excited to show her love. And now she's going to sleep the whole day, I bet. I keep saying need to get like a little dog bed to put just out of view, or like in view, so like she can snooze. Let me have this. Cadillac is finally doing something good in 2025. Absolutely. It's been a little bit late coming. A little bit late to the party. But still good, you know? Especially the 31. 31. I don't remember who I said it to or when I said it. I think it might have been in the post-race video for Indy. And like Jack Gakin is clearly like an emerging star, I think, in IMSA and in top class prototype racing. Like, yeah, he's legit. And you look like you could see it start to emerge last year, but he was kind of always in the shadow of Pipo. And now Jack Aiken seems like, the kind of driver that is going to like could be the next kind of Pipo for Action Express, right? Sticks around in that car for X number of years, a while, and really becomes ingrained as like the main man there. Oh, we're done opening hour. Car 18 got a pen. Oh no, it's a warning. It's a warning. Oh, look at this little energy graphic, IMSA. Hello. Hello. Wait, do we have telemetry? Oh, we don't have telemetry for GTD online. They just have it for the broadcast. Jack absolutely has potential. Dude is pretty fast and doesn't seem too afraid of risk. Yeah, he's freaking quick. About 30 minutes to GTP pit stops. Gonna be quicker than that. It'll be quicker than that because they're down 40, high 30% of energy. I guess some of them will be, we're gonna start to see them, I would say, like 15 minutes. The top 5 have not boxed yet, so 6th through 10th are going to be able to go a little bit longer. Like, they probably have an extra like 10 minutes in. Car 52 penalty incident responsibility with car number 120. Drive through. That is the PR1 Matheson Motorsports LMP2 car. Yeah, the yellows. So something that is important to remember and keep in mind as this race goes on is the 48 and the 1. That's the 2 GTD Pro Paul Miller Racing BMWs. My goodness, this is... Whoa, don't block Dragon Speed. That might be looked at. That might be looked at. This is insane. 8. Just taking timestamps here. Yeah, I think race control is going to look at that 8177 incident, or not incident, but yeah, keep an eye on the 2 Paul Miller Racing BMWs in GTD Pro as at the 4-hour mark, the 8-hour mark, and then of course the end of the race, because they are the only 2 in the hunt for the Michelin Endurance Cup in GTD Pro. Oh my goodness, the 31 putting the pressure on. Yeah, the Gradient retired a little while ago, Samuel. It was who else retired? It was Gradient and the 34 also did. They're not classified. Jack Aiken putting the pressure on. We're so close. You think they're all remembering that there's 9 hours left in this race? Wait, 81 only got a warning? Oh. No, I should not take what is being mentioned in the IMSA channel live chat for yeah. Uh Endurance Cup points are in an hour. No, 4 and 8 hour mark. 4 hour mark, 8 hour mark, and race finish in this one. So we still have a few hours. We still have 3 hours, 2 hours and 53 minutes. Right? Yeah, 2 hours and 53 minutes. Oh, hello. Yeah, oh yeah, 4, 8, and then also at race finish. So yeah, there's only three points in this race that they're handed out. Spicy little battle here for, is this the GTD race lead? It is. Teammates. They're not going to be too hard on each other. Zero, 2, 1, hounding the 9. I'm just going to keep reminding myself, it doesn't matter until we get to the nighttime. Nighttime is the right time. Nighttime is the right time. A nap could be nice. A little snooze. No, I will make it through. I will survive. All of the lead battles are like certainly we have some nice little battles going on. We haven't looked at the LMP2 battle, but they're pretty close as well. AWA lost a lap. How did they do that? How the heck did that happen? And man, GT they're talking about oh, LMP2s are gonna be coming into pit very shortly. They have to. They can usually only go, like, 45 minutes. Where is, oh, this LMP2 battle that we're on the IMSA TV broadcast is hairy. Man, yeah, it, like, 8th through 11th in class, nose to tail. It's kinda wild, like, the pace difference, though, between a lot of these drivers. Yeah, like, in some of these bronze classes. Oh, connection. Oh, is good. Got a connection error or warning. Yeah, I think a lot of these battles would be a little bit more spicy if we were later in the race. But we are, of course, not late in the race. We are an hour and 15 minutes in. Man, Rexy looks good. The bones. Oh, interesting. So we did no no action proactive. Okay, so they looked at potential blocking, but it was a proactive move to the inside. 64 on the screen. Yeah, I wish they would have made the bones glow. Yeah, like the Ford. Yeah, it does with the Mustang. Trading paint with that orange. Wait, were they? The 60 make contact with them? Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, the LMP2s and the GTPs are so close pace-wise this weekend. Just a couple seconds difference, so yeah, going into turn one, they touch side to side with the tower car. Hello, my sweet, sweet plaid prince. Oh, so the Ferrari did get around Faf. The Ferraris. Nighttime is the right time. Oh, we're seeing LMP2 pit stops take place. Well, the 45 broke a drive shaft in that lap one accident. They broke a freaking drive shaft, man. Like, that's unfortunate for them. Yeah, the 81 might be a little bit fortunate they didn't get a penalty on that. The P2s and GTPs are close on pace. As I say that, yeah, the SC63 blows the doors off a P2, of course. It just goes to show I know nothing. Oh, good. The GT Pros are going past LMP2s. Oh, I guess they just changed tires. So a C63 and a Spike came together. Oh, look at the Valkyrie putting pressure on the 7 to the inside. Let's go, Aston Martin. That was a slick little pass, Mr. Roscon. And the crowd goes wild. Stu's credibility in shambles. Absolutely. Absolute shambles is right. Spot on. I will never recover from this. I will never recover from this. Then the Valkyrie blows the doors off P2. Guys, did we undersell the Valkyrie? Did I undersell how good they could be? Ooh, Pete stop. Pit stop. I am going to need another coffee. That's a hot tire pass. Indeed. No, maybe I'll make note of that little pass because what would that be? 8:42 ish. Was a bold pit, a bold pass. Okay. I'm looking at so we know that Julian Andlauer isn't racing today because of a medical emergency, and that Lawrence Vantor is jumping in that car. What's minimum drive time in GTP? Oh, it's just 45 minutes. That's not bad then. That's a stint. So he's going to have to do a stint in both cars. So when are they going to do that? It's pretty funny watching the IMSA official like in their chat. They're like responding to people and then like yes, what is it? So they just at some random anonymous NPC and like that's the person's handle that they're talking to. It's like for endurance rounds, it's more though. But it's just funny to see like all these random handles that they're talking at. Wish Kevin Estra was here. Yeah. I bet Kevin wishes he was here as well. Oh no, the yawning has emerged. I actually didn't feel that tired when I woke up this morning, but now it's settling in. Oh, Ross Gunn in the pits. Heart of Racing in the pits. We all know the Le Mans approved treat for tiredness. I don't know if I do. What is the approved treat for tiredness? Man, that photographer has a lot of hair. Holy smokes. What are they working on, the 23? They had like a side panel. Oh, that's cool. Is that a little there's like a little it, it's like there's a panel on the side. The Le Mans cake clip. Okay, I will look it up after. I will look it up when we stop streaming. I'll probably be streaming for another half hour. I'm gonna do a driver change at the 3-hour mark. Watch some of the race on the couch. I'm surprised that Meyershank Racing isn't looking at replacing that front. Oh, Oh, they're just gonna tape it. Interesting. I wonder if they might look at replacing that on the next one. Show me some Corvette merch. My goodness. Oh, that was close exiting the pits. Oh, yeah, the helicopter shot. Oh, big lockup. There isn't a lot of Corvette merch. Like, it's always surprised that there isn't more. Nah, Jack did not have to check up there. That's fine. Yeah, I'm surprised, Steve, that Corvette doesn't have more merch because it would sell. Whoa, trouble. Oh, guys, this is a bad sign. It's a bad sign, guys. Bad sign. I said it. Ooh, oh. Pfft. That might be one of the most LMP2 things I've ever seen. Oh, this is how it happened. Jiminy crickets, guys. Holy smokes. Oh, this freaking Michelin sign. Why do we put these sponsor boards right beside the freaking track? If we get a full course yellow for this, I'm going to be... I am annoyed. I am annoyed. Oh, this happened at VIR2, and it was annoying. It was very annoying. How do I frame this? How do I frame my frustration? Frequently. It's just unnecessary. It's unnecessary. This is a preventable full course yellow. It could be prevented. It doesn't have to be this way. Remember the terms of service. It doesn't have to be this way. We can put sponsor boards in visible spots. Like, we don't have to put it 2 feet off the curb. It's not, it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. I don't want to see, if Michelin wants an ad on the front of an LMP2 car, then sponsor an LMP2 car. Are they going to replace the sign? They usually don't. They usually don't. You don't need to put the sign there, though. It should not be on the apex of a corner. It should not be on the apex of a corner. And it should not be on the exit of a corner. I understand it was fairly far off the racing line. I will give it that. It annoys me. Much like a Hydra, the signs only multiply. There are a bazillion signs down the front straightaway too. They replace it with 2 more. So they could do it virtually. However, something you in photos and stuff like that, photo, video, you're obviously not putting those in post. And Michelin is, I get it, Michelin big. They're a track sponsor. It's Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta. But I'm just, whenever, like, we have enough full course yellows in IMSA already. We don't need a 15-minute break because a sign, you know? Here's what you could do instead. Let me propose something instead that would still get onto broadcasts. It's not virtual. Paint the grass. Paint a giant Michelin logo on the grass. I understand that the signs are easier and cheaper to throw out there than painting the grass. But if you really, really want a big Michelin ad right beside the track that's going to be noticed, paint it on there. Like they did it with the BMW logo through the S's. There was a big BMW M logo painted on. Looks great. Looks amazing. Looks good. Looks professional. And you know what can't happen with that? It won't find itself affixed to the front of an LMP2. Inject the ads directly into our retinas via the Neuralink. Bingo, bango, JD. You got it. Nailed it. Oh, yes, we get to watch. It was only a matter of time before that was going to happen. Anyways. Anywho. I just looked at the tweet. I was trying to figure out how to compose my tweet. And gentlemen drivers, sponsor boards. It's pretty funny. JD, here's what I want. Here's my dream. A virtual safety car, virtual full course yellow. I did a video on this last September-ish. How can we reduce the number of full course yellows that we see? I went and I genuinely, I think this, yeah, it was in like September of last year. I went through the first, whatever at the time it was, 9, 10 races of the IMSA season last year. And I looked at every single full course yellow in every single race. And I marked down. Is this like a proper full, like, is this a full course yellow? Like an actual full on full course yellow? Like big accident. You know, we need the tow trucks, the safety vehicles, and everything out there. So I kept track of, I counted those. I counted the ones, and I counted the ones that I thought genuinely could be replaced by a virtual full course yellow type system. Whether that's a code 60, whether it's a virtual safety car, like similar to what you see in F1, whatever it might be. If it's something like we see in WEC, whatever. Now, I think it's important to remember that there are a lot of incidents that maybe it's a car stuck in the gravel that would in IMSA would require a full-on full course yellow because it's in a precarious spot. Ultimately, the point of it is you can't be putting like people in danger for these. But I think it would have saved about like 40%, 35% of the full course yellows. Like yeah, like it would have saved a significant number of full course yellows. And that's what we all want, right? I don't want to have the last 3 years at Petit Le Mans, we've seen an average of 9 full course yellows in a 10-hour race. Last year was an exception. We only had 5. That's because we had a 4-hour, because that's a, yeah, it's we had a 4.5-hour green flag period last year that helped out with that. I don't know where I'm going with this now. I feel like I'm just kind of rambling. So I apologize. These are the full course yellows that annoy me though. Because we had a great like hour-long stint going there. Things were starting to spread out. We were going to see some strategy develop. And it's gone. And it's gone. You know? And that sucks. Anyways, back to positivity, right? That's a sick pumpkin. Oh, of course it's on the GTP boat. Choo choo. The check engine pumpkin. Yeah, that was funny as well. Yeah, I'll stick around here for the first few laps after this goes back green, and then probably call it and be back for the race finish later tonight. Okay, like we're looking at a back straight view right now on the IMSA TV broadcast. The CrowdStrike banners. Yeah, sure. They're only 2 feet off of the track there. But that's fine. It's on a straightaway. Nobody's going into the grass on a straightaway. But on the exit of a freaking corner, where there's no runoff for a driver. Like we all the hey, David Land is on the YouTube, the live stream, just going over the bridge. David Land spotting. What was I saying? You don't need it on a corner exit, like of a corner like that. Don't need it. It's almost 2 a.m., so I want to sleep. I hope wake up sometime after 6. Have a good sleep, Mohammed. Don't say that, Stu. We know that P2 and P3 cars will do it. Yeah, you're right. I just jinxed it. Full course yellow incoming for a car that hit a sponsor board on the back straightaway. No, but like I generally speaking don't have a huge issue with the sponsor boards right beside the track on a straightaway. That's okay, whatever. Whatever. But on the exit of a corner, we don't need 10 Michelin signs on the front straightaway there. Okay, I'm done. Yep. Okay. Positive things. We're seeing some great racing right now. Some great battles. Great battles. GTP's been incredible. Nice. Nice battle there. GTD Pro, we know, is going to go down to the wire. Oh, I like that little Rolex ticker. Where is that? That is quite nice. Why is the broadcast irking me on here? It looks packed. It is good to see. Yeah, the IMSA broadcast team is rage baiting me. Buddy, don't fall asleep. Actually, this is the time to catch a few little sleep skis. Just a quick little snooze, you know. They add more signs to the main straight every year, yeah. Thanks, latest Legacy Radio Gaming. Hopefully you're enjoying this lovely motor race. It is a lovely, lovely motor race. What are we looking at here? Class splits are ongoing until turn 9 and turn 10. That was at 154. We got to be going back green here in like a minute, right? Will it resume now? That's actually, it is packed in there, man. Oh yeah, here we go, back green. Woohoo! The Muscle Motors French Toast LMP2, one Petit. Nice. We're green. Yeah, yeah. Who was it? There was somebody that said they were going to the track. Yeah. Well, you're not going to be able to get into the track, but there's parking outside of the track. There's the huge parking lots in front of the track. So that's fine. Honestly, I know Chris GT Rain, he always suggests like even if you do park on the infield when you get to the track, move your car outside of the track later in the race because it's way easier to get out. Otherwise, you're going to be in traffic for like a couple of hours trying to get out of the track. Like last year when I was there, I mean, I recorded a video there before we left, but I don't think we left the track until like 1 a.m. And there was no traffic when we went to leave at 1 a.m. But oh yeah, the 93's off the pace. Mm. So this could have an impact on the manufacturers championship. Porsche and Acura are like virtually tied in the manufacturers championship. So if the 93 has an issue here that they like fall laps down. Oh, okay. That's positive then. Steering wheel change? Okay. That's good then. They should stay on the lead lap. Um okay, that's good. But I was saying like the manufacturers championship in GTP is very very close between Acura and Porsche, and it's only the top finishing spot for each manufacturer that gets those points, or like, but having only one horse in the fight makes it much more difficult because your one remaining Acura would need to beat all of the Porsches. No, that car's dead. That car's toast. Okay, so Acura is going to be down to one bullet in the chamber. Go quick, Nick. I like how they had the fans got to sign the car. That's cool. It's big for the manufacturers championship, potentially. Now it's just the 60. 60 is the only one they got left. Same issue that Rexy had last year. Yeah. Rexy was steering last year. This seems more potentially gearbox related. Oh, they've had problems all weekend with that. Huh. Interesting. So he's fine now? Uh Yeah, this is unfortunate for them. That is rather unfortunate. Oh, there's a wild Kevin Magnussen in the 24 BMW, running third. It all that matters is when the sun goes down. When the sun goes down. I'm I'd be interested to see what Aitken's pace would be if he got around the 60. Because it sure feels like the 60's like kind of holding him up right now. And it's a 10-hour race, right? You don't need to make any rash moves. Oh, Rexy just casually leading GTD Pro. Interesting strategy play by the 21 Ferrari. The 21 Ferrari is leading GTD right now. They picked up a drive-through penalty though not that long ago. And they made a driver change. Alila Wadu is out and Simon Mann is in. Take it easy, JD. I'm gonna actually wrap this up as well. We're at the 3-hour mark. It's time for a driver change myself. So this is a good time for me to. Oh, tire. Lone Star just lost a wheel. Thank goodness. Oh, we're not even getting no full course yellow out of this one. Watch out, camera guy. Who lost a wheel coming up the hill here last year? Somebody lost a wheel here last year too. So I told you I was about to leave for the race. They're sold out. They're stopping fans from coming in. Full course yellow. So I'm turning around. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. I genuinely do not remember the time that an IMSA race was sold out. Oh, as if that tire bounced between the leaders as well. Holy smokes. Just casually threads the needle there. Did they cut? No, they didn't cut it off at Indy, did they? It was busy at Indy, but it wasn't that busy. Indy, wow. That's wild. I want to take note of this. How much time to go here? That is wild. Glad that didn't end up worse than it could have. Car full of people were pretty upset, I bet. Sorry that that happened to you. Oh, didn't Lone Star lose a tire at Indy? Oh, maybe. I honestly do not remember. That was a whole 3 weeks ago. Why? Yellow breeds yellows. I don't know what happened here. Like, how do you how does that tire come off? They must have not had it completely they must have not had it completely tight, right? And it must have sheared the studs off of or something. Like, I mean, that could have been way worse. Not enough ooga doogas. You're spot on right there. Not enough ooga doogas. Always ooga dooga. Okay, that is going to be it for me streaming this first stint. I will be back with good friend GT Rain and Chris. He is expected to join me this evening. We should be going live for that with about 2 hours to go in the race, around 8 o'clock Eastern time. So hope to see you then. We'll talk about what we've seen go on in the race, and we'll watch the last couple hours together. So hope everybody enjoys this middle section of the race. Hope to see you back tonight. For those of you that have tuned into this one, thank you for dropping in. Hopefully you enjoyed, some fellow like-minded race fans just sitting around watching some good old racing. And yeah, look forward to see what the rest of Petit brings us. So hope everybody enjoys their day, and we will see you again soon. Okay. Bye-bye. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. How do I end this thing? Awkward. Okay. See y'all later.